Eat it yourself. I am going to sleep. I have some things to do. No need to explain. It's a done deal. Let's go. By the way, these 2,000 yuan will be used for wedding expenses. You should also buy some cloths to dry your hair. After all, you're Shishao's wife. Don't bring this into the village. This is Zi Xingqing. How nice. The woman's compassion and wisdom stemmed from her reincarnation. In her previous life, she too had turned down the opportunity to become the daughter-in-law of the wealthiest family, the Shi family, and had given it to her younger sister. She herself had chosen to marry her childhood sweetheart. However, when her sister, Xinjie, was successfully married into that wealthy family, she was frequently subjected to harsh words and beatings, which eventually led to her emotional breakdown and suicidal thoughts. While the woman was trying to convince her sister not to take any foolish steps and offering her a helping hand, Xinjie grabbed her, and the two fell from a height. When the woman regained consciousness, she found herself reincarnated. Without hesitation, she barged into the room and caught them red-handed. Then she brought them before her mother. The scoundrel claimed he was drunk and had mistaken her for someone else, insisting he had always been a law-abiding and honest man. But the woman's attitude was utterly contemptuous. In his previous life, the scoundrel had undergone a thorough checkup due to persistent colds, and the doctor had diagnosed him with a serious venereal disease and advised her to get tested as well. Hearing this, the woman nearly fainted. She couldn't believe her always dutiful husband had secretly betrayed her. Seeing her sister Xinjie again. Don't worry, little sister, your good days have just begun. So the woman turned around and agreed to marry the prince of the Shi family. Get in the wedding car to pick her up. The man looked extremely attractive. Completely different from the rumors spread in the outside world. It is also gentle and polite towards him. The woman took a deep breath. Wait until the wedding is over. Women deal with all kinds of memories alone. I think as long as I'm not as inconsiderate as my sister, it's okay. Must be able to maintain a close relationship with the other party. A superficial relationship with Reuben. However, when the man entered the new house, but suddenly he got into trouble. It is believed that she married the Shi family out of greed for their wealth. I also came to know that the woman had a boyfriend before marriage. I felt that he had given up his old love for money. That woman was not guilty at all. Directly exposed the scam of that scoundrel. And be open about her obsession with her bad relationship. Marrying into a wealthy family and living a luxurious life is a better option. At least, this will make the rest of your life comfortable. He even took the initiative to compromise with that man. This means that no matter what a man does outside, how to make friends, he will never ask. You're going to be very annoying in the end. It's okay to get a divorce. The man didn't expect her to be so easy to talk to. This is a good thing. I just agreed to come down. At the same time, both of them were eating. The subordinate suddenly whispered into the man's ear. A few words in a low voice. The man got up and got ready to leave. He was trying to convince the woman. The woman was very kind and considerate. Tell the man to be careful on the road. This kind of care. This surprised the man a little. Due to guilt, the man withdrew 2,000 yuan as compensation. In terms of materials, provide him with adequate security. Seeing a woman as generous as her husband, I am also very satisfied. Then look at the entire table filled with precious vegetables. She was happy to cry. And the maid standing next to him misunderstood him. She was sad and crying because the man had left her. The next morning, the woman pushed open the door of her husband's room. Only the bed was empty. Understand that men are the same as in the past. All night, he had to go to the maid alone. The maid saw her son. Reason for a sudden meeting. She was so tired yesterday that she fell asleep, and I laughed at her. My fourth sister-in-law was probably not telling the truth. Last night I went for a walk in the courtyard. I saw my fourth brother driving away. I asked the servants again. They say that the fourth brother had left home late and has not returned since. Fourth sister-in-law, did you two have a fight? As soon as the appointment of a palace made by the lower class was confirmed, she immediately looked at him with pained eyes. The palace maid even said that she wanted to break his son's leg. But the woman was not angry at all. And instead she said she would protect her husband. It was only because of my family circumstances that I was able to get married. And before I met Jincheng, I was about to get married. For a person like him, who has the freedom to live, this is a serious complaint. He was also considerate and said that they just needed time to slowly get along. He thought that as long as he kept performing well, everything would be fine. One day, the man will be ready to return to his family. His performance with such a large body. This makes people incapable of making any mistakes. He said he would humbly hand over the tea ceremony to his mother-in-law. The mother-in-law became emotional seeing the hot tears. He immediately sealed a heavy red envelope for her. Seeing the police, he received such a generous gift. She truly experienced the superiority of the wealthy young grandmother's life. Remember the last time. On the wedding night, the man stayed awake the whole night, and his sister-in-law ran towards the big house. In contrast, the groom hid some ears. So he was confident that as long as he didn't offend the man, everything would be fine. You can be a wealthy woman in peace. At this moment, the man suddenly came back, knowing that the woman was talking to herself in front of her parents. To express your gratitude, the man decided to take her for a walk. The man on the street offered to buy anything he wanted as compensation for his yes. The woman offered to buy the car as compensation. The man didn't think he was going to buy a car. This means that the house also has brick-built vehicles and drivers. If he needs to go anywhere, he just needs to say a few words. But he didn't want to publicize it too much. I think buying a bicycle is enough. Seeing this, the man also agreed. At this moment, the white moonlight of the husband suddenly came. The woman was explained about green tea. Last night, the man just wanted to say goodbye to his mother. But don't blame the woman. Blame that man. It's his fault. I thought the woman would be very angry after hearing this. But he was very enthusiastic. He even proposed to meet the mother of the white moonlight. He also said that men have the feeling of love since childhood. This little thing is not enough for you. There is still a lot of money. You don't need to be so disappointed. This sentence can't even make Bai Yueguang laugh. Then that woman's sister also came to the door. He deliberately arranged for tea as soon as he arrived. She deliberately removed the things that women have to do before marriage. And the man still stood up for his wife. Your own sister's boyfriend is also a real man. Wheel of the human heart. He is helping me speak. The sister was very surprised to see that the man was not angry at all. This guy clearly loves his beloved Bai Yueguang, a type of dog, very much. Why do you protect your sister so much? He turned and looked at Bai Yueguang standing on the other side. He deliberately praised Bai Yueguang for the fact that she matched so well with that person. Then he pretended to be a very big man and pretended to have been so since birth. He thought they were a couple in love. He claimed that his sister was the reason for their separation. Now that woman cannot pretend anymore. He raised his hand and gave the matchbox to his sister. Your mouth is very dirty. Your mouth is very dirty. The woman with heart disease persisted, insisting that her uneasiness meant she still had feelings for the vile man. Seeing this, the woman slapped the woman with heart disease again, exposing her cunning. Her intention was to drive a wedge between her and her husband. Just as she was about to teach him a lesson, the vile man appeared before her, as if convinced they were fighting over him. The woman laughed angrily and showered the vile man with abuse. This is absolutely disgusting. If it weren't for my kindness, you both would have died 800 times by now. Bai Yueguang was terrified by the woman's anger. I fear it will be my turn to run away next. Star's sister can't resist going. When I got home, the man brought back a box of cosmetics. He said that it was a gift given to that woman by Bai Yueguang. The woman remembered the incident of the last time. The Star's sister also received these cosmetics. Turns out she had never used it on her face. Red spots everywhere. I know this is a trap set by Bai Yueguang, but I'd still be happy to take it. Then he got an invitation to play with some rich women. Everyone at the table was jealous of her smooth and soft skin. I was asking people what kind of care women typically use. The other girl also expressed her curiosity. The woman took a step forward. By the way, he revealed his recent use. These are the cosmetics given by Bai Yueguang. It makes the skin look radiant. Yes. The other girl immediately became emotional. He pleaded with the woman to help him buy a set. That woman turned out to be a man's toy. The other young woman was determined to become a father. When the woman was washing the tree at night, the other girl suddenly came in. I took a look at the cosmetics on the dressing table, praising the innate power of women. It is useless to waste such a good skincare product. He said that he would buy this set of cosmetics with this money. If you insist on telling me, there's nothing I can do. However, I am still eagerly waiting for the showdown between you and Yi Tinghua.